Happening tomorrow, the jurors in the Markeith Loyd murder trial will be released while the penalty phase is put on hold until December. Today, a stunning decision from the judge. She intends to allow the use of force in Loyd's arrest to be presented to jurors. Loyd lost an eye and addressed it during his testimony last weekend. His defense wants it to be a mitigating factor on how he has suffered as jurors decide between a life sentence or the death penalty.
I'm struggling to believe that that beating that he took that resulted in the loss of his eye does not form part of Mr. Loyd's thought process now, his character, and I've kept it out up until now.
The officers who arrested Loyd were cleared of wrongdoing by both Orlando Police and the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. If the judge's decision moves forward, it will be the first time Loyd's injuries will be formally presented to a jury. That revelation upset state prosecutors. News 6's Nikki Zizaza explains how the decision could be a game changer.
Yes, after the judge granted a delay on the penalty phase, we spoke to a News 6 analyst about the impact this could have on Markeith Loyd's fate.
What happened to Markeith Loyd when he was arrested is at the core of why a judge ruled to delay the penalty phase for the convicted murderer.
Obviously, this is a surprise for everybody. The plan was to proceed with the sentencing phase.
A ruling, News 6 legal analyst Stephen Kramer says, has a wide-ranging impact on the sentencing trial, including Orlando Lieutenant Deborah Clayton's loved ones.
And what it means is a month more of delay in closure for something that has been going on for almost 5 years.
On Saturday, the prosecution and defense were scheduled to present evidence to jurors tasked to decide Loyd's fate. But it's when the judge allowed the defense to introduce the use of force by law enforcement during his arrest that resulted in the loss of Loyd's eye, things took a turn.
The prosecution didn't foresee a use of force argument being utilized by the defense in the sentencing phase.
Attorney Stephen Kramer says it's another legal obstacle the prosecution will have to maneuver.
The use of force that may have happened after the murder didn't play a role in the crime itself. Whatever happened after Lieutenant Clayton was killed has no bearing on the murder and the actions of Markeith Loyd relating to that murder.
An argument that up until this point was never introduced to jurors.
The defense wouldn't introduce this use of force argument if they didn't believe that it might save the life of Markeith Loyd. And that's the tell right there.
The penalty phase delayed until December 6th to give prosecution time to prepare.
What the jury is looking for is aggravating factors, and they have to decide unanimously if there is an aggravating factor that justifies the death sentence.
Now the judge says she will call the jurors back in on Saturday and tell them why this penalty phase has been delayed. And she says she also plans to release them from sequestration and explain to them what they can and cannot do. Reporting in Orange County, Nikki Zizaza, Getting Results, News 6.
Nikki, thank you.